The most important question I ever got was, what is your legacy? Not a material legacy, but if life stops here, how do you want to be remembered? What is that energy? How do people see you? This podcast series is a result of that question, what is my legacy? A phoenix is burning itself on a funeral pyre and rising from the ashes with renewed youth to live through another cycle. This fertile ash is filled with phoenix frequencies of compassion, love, forgiveness, intuition, wisdom, generosity, resilience, creativity, an evolution and involution. I've been in the ashes. I give voice to my phoenix. I share how I pioneer with ease. That's a lifestyle, a choice. I'm Nienke van Bezooyen, and I welcome you to listen and invite you to rise. Welcome to the Phoenix Frequencies. Humans are nowadays not designed to be comfortable living in the unknown. We are programmed to understand, to know for sure what to expect. In the Western modern health system, even our medical care system is built around paying through diagnosis. If we face symptoms, mental or physical, our doctors need to tell us what it is and what to do, and then we get paid or not paid. I remember my first GP when I moved to Zutphen, my old town. I told him that I don't like to come for little insecurities, a cold or stuff that body gives me signals from. I prefer first to look what the body and mind can do before I visit a doctor. He looked at me and smiled. That's fine to me, he said, as long as I can trust you that you don't wait too long. That was the start of a 25-year health relationship, and it felt like a collaboration, teamwork. But when I look around, I see many people who have difficulty in being with the uncomfortable body signals. I see two groups. One, the people who want to have a quick fix. Oh dear, I have a cough, I have a phlegm, I need a fixing medication. I have a running nose, I want it fixed because it's interfering in my daily life and I don't like to adapt my schedule to what's uncomfortable. I have my obligations. Do you recognize that one? Type 2 is in denial. The people who also don't want to change anything in life, no matter what the doctor would tell them. No different eating pattern, no stress reduction with high blood pressure, no lifestyle differences, even when obesity is ruining joints and arteries. When diabetes, vascular trouble, or disabilities are no longer avoidable, the doctor needs to fix it. Mentally, we label in society each other as depressed, burned out, bored out, ADHD, autistic, bipolar, narcissistic. We heard the term, we like to name, frame and blame from it, even not understanding at all what's behind it. The whole DSM-5 is based on tick boxing systems. Without the boxes to tick, the score on a diagnosis scale, and the mental health system seems fully paralyzed. Nothing will happen. In 2019, I got my diagnosis of a benign brain tumor. When I saw my ENT specialist, I thought I had an ear infection. The first time I heard the word tumor, my emotional mental system went in overdrive. After a diagnosis, the next step is a prognosis. Prognosis in Greek is seeing for or knowing for. In medical terms, it's an education prediction made by a doctor at the likely cause and outcome of a disease or condition, including a patient's chances or recovery, quality of life, and potential complications. So the question, what to expect, quality of life, and how is this affecting my longevity, makes sense. But also here I see different responses. People who adapt their life along a prediction of diagnosis, relying fully only on doctors, not on their own intuition. And people who make up their own inner balance and start actively to create their personal outcomes of what happened with them. By the way, not to them, it happens with them. Reactor or creator. I am type 2. I go against all odds. I team up with my doctor, but unleashed. Due to that, I can talk and walk again, listening to my inner compass, which direction to go and what actions to take, even when that action means resting. But on my yearly checkup, I was reminded what my radiation specialist said as a prognosis when I had my radiation therapy in 2020. He said, if you do take radiation therapy, you have a high risk of developing cancer. So I heard it, but I chose to have the radiation therapy because my alternative was losing the capacity to speak and swallow. That was very inconvenient as a speaker coach at that time. During this yearly checkup, I informed my specialist I have a lump, a node in my neck. And then the circus began. I have to have further investigation, ultrasounds to see if it's benign or cancerous. I had a biopsy. By now, even the Western world knows very well negative thoughts, fears and anxiety are often increasing cancerous growth. So, what you feed, growth. So I feed the energy that supports my restless cells to stabilize. I am not my diagnosis and I don't live my prognosis. I can be grateful for the academic hospital that they will soon give some diagnosis from the biopsy they took this week. A diagnosis can be creating clarity in a direction. A prognosis based on experience in the past, in a fixing and general interpretation, not in certainty. You are not your diagnosis, and you create as an individual your personal outcome, how things develop. At least you have a big influence on it. That sudden death or miraculous healings happen because people are in charge. We are not the statistics. We have an influence. What isn't possible to have in accepted stats. And well, in the meantime, I remind myself, worrying is like a rocking chair, keeps you moving, gets you nowhere. Cup half full, half empty, but at least you have a cup. So you better create what you're drinking. I'm in charge how I collaborate with my body. My doctor can inform me, help me. Not my diagnosis, prognosis. I phoenix.